Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, it's great to have you. We're happy that you're a part of our community, and if you're a returning member, it's always good to see you guys too. This is going to be our weekly Saturday shout out, where we find up and coming artists and help them, give them a little bit of momentum, a little bit of love, a little bit of support, and we all pretty much know how these work by now. So without too much further ado, I'm going to just get right into it, and we'll start, okay? So we're going to do a couple of follow-up shout-outs here to start out with people that we had previously featured on the channel, but we'd like to give them some follow-up support, and either the videos were older and not everybody saw them, or it was before I was putting the actual images in the video, so we actually never got to see their work. So I think the follow-up makes sense on a few levels. So a couple of these follow-up shout-outs fit that criteria in that we had them earlier and we also didn't get to physically see their work. So I'm happy that we can do a follow-up now and show you what they're up to, okay? So the first one is Kat. Everybody should know Kat by now. She's a priceless member of the community. She's the one that started the Reddit forum for us. If you weren't aware, we have a Reddit forum for the artist community, and the link will be in the description box below if you want to check that out and communicate with other members, you know, and that's another way to connect with us. Just go on there, click that link, register, and become a part of the forum if you like. And that's all Kat. Kat did that. That's Kat's idea. She emailed me. I said, man, it's a great idea. And next day she had it up and running. So I'm happy to be able to give Kat some more support. And she has some incredible work, guys. It's just mind-blowing. You should be seeing it here now. She's at a very high level. She's an incredible artist. She does a lot of animal portraiture and that kind of stuff. I was trying to describe in the last video that this effect that she uses, and you know, I'm not trying to speak for the artist on any of these pieces. I'm only speaking as a consumer or an art consumer in terms of what the pieces look like to me or the vibe that I get from them. But what her work and what it looks like she's doing to me is she offsets the background in her pieces are a little less tight, a little less focused, and then in the foreground she does this like hyper realistic really fine detail work, and the effect of the background against the hyper detailed work is quite stunning and vivid, and it's incredibly impressive. She's one of the higher level artists that we have here, and so I'm really glad that you guys get to finally see it. And I told her, you know, she messaged me and I told her, you know, contact a gallery. This stuff really needs to be shown somewhere. And I mean that. So if there's anybody out there watching this, if you own a gallery, know somebody that owns a gallery, or have any connection to a gallery or any place that shows art, get in touch with Kat or me. Just send me a message and I'll relay it to her because this quality of work deserves to be shown somewhere. So okay, that's Kat. Everybody go support her. She's got a great website. It's really well done. She's also got a YouTube channel, of course. And as always, links to all these channels and websites are going to be in the description box, okay? So everybody go support Kat Skinner, okay? And the next follow-up shout-out we're going to be doing for Allison. Allison Canvases, another member, longtime member, and she's been with us from the start. Really active in the community, supportive, all that good stuff. She does paintings and fine art, and what she does is she'll use a physical medium or objects and incorporate those into her pieces. That's what I first noticed about her work. It's something that I dabbled with a little bit when I was a younger artist, but I never really got too far into it or got, you know, very good at it. But the way she does it, it really fits her work. She'll incorporate, of course, physical objects into her pieces, you know, like one of her pieces as a lady is screaming, and there's, you know, physical objects over the fine art that she's done, and doesn't feel like tacked on or gimmicky. They feel like they're organic parts of the painting, which is what I like about them. They really fit, and that's another cool different approach to doing art. So I like what she's doing. Her pieces are really intense. You can tell there's a lot of her emotion in herself and her work. So I can't recommend you guys to go check her out. I can't recommend that enough. Go check her out, support her, let her know what you think. Okay, Allison Canvases. All right, guys. Here's another one of those tough names for me, Aliki. I hope I got that right. She's got some really cool gouache pieces, and I've been seeing a lot of artists on YouTube that use this medium, and it's really interesting to me. I've worked with a lot of different mediums, but I've never worked with this before, and I consistently see pieces with this in it, and I really like the effect that it has. It seems to have like a really smooth, rich texture, blends well, and seeing all these pieces has kind of made me want to use it, so I think I'm going to start doing that myself. You guys inspire me. Anyway, she's got a lot of gouache pieces. You can tell she's really good at it. She knows what she's doing with it. It's, like I said, very soft, smooth texture to her work. She's got some watercolor work. And what I like about her pieces is they feel very eclectic to me, and they feel she incorporates a lot of herself again into her work, kind of like Allison does. And it makes the pieces, to me, it makes them feel alive. You know, there's a lot going on, and it looks like it's all relevant to her, you know, and what's going on in her brain and her life. And I like artists that share themselves in that way, and it makes, like I said, it makes her work feel alive, and I really dig that. Okay, it's a really unique style that she has. I like it when I find an artist that you can see immediately that it's their work when you see it. I think that's the sign of somebody that's doing something really cool, that you have your own voice, and that your style is, you know, you see it and it's instantly recognizable. That's, you know, Aliki's work. So again, I hope I got your name right. Anyway, she's doing really cool stuff. She's got some space pieces, which again, I love space. I'm a sucker for space themed pieces, and she's got a couple really cool ones. I like the way she does astronauts, and yeah, she's definitely doing some cool stuff. So go check out her, Aliki. I hope I got that right. If I didn't, again, message me and I'll fix it for you. All right. Next we have Cristina, and Christina's got a ton of beautiful work on her channel. She's got a lot of content. What I like about Cristina is she uses a lot of different mediums, so she's really diverse with what she does, and I appreciate that. I respect that, artists that use different mediums. I think it's cool to specialize in something for sure, but it's also cool to be able to reach out and do different kinds of stuff, and not necessarily just sit in your comfort zone, but different techniques, different mediums, different approaches. All of that's going to make you a better artist, a more well-rounded artist, and I see a lot of that in her work. She's got some oil pieces, a lot of acrylic work. She's got some watercolor in there, and she's got some really cool how-tos. She's got a how-to ink a tree, you know, draw a tree, ink it, a how-to on how to draw Fred and Barney from the Flintstones, and, you know, a tutorial on how to paint an Easter egg, which might not help you this year, but for next year it will. Some really cool stuff. She's got the stuff that originally drew me to her work was the pet portraiture that she has. She's got some good pet portraitures, and they're really bright, vivid colors that she uses in the pet portraiture work, which is a cool, unique take on the pet portraiture genre. I see a lot of that on YouTube too, man. Lots of really talented artists that are doing pet work, which is awesome. Okay, so, and she's got a lot of content. There's a lot of stuff there to check out, so I'd recommend you go look at her channel, and you'll find something you like, I'm sure. That's Cristina, guys, okay? And then next we have WhiteWhiskWing, and she's got a lot of good content. She's got a galaxy piece. Again, I love the galaxy pieces. They're really neat. I love all the textures and the colors, and you know, I just love space and all that kind of stuff. So she's got a cool galaxy piece. She's got some nice black and gray portraiture work that you can tell she's been working on her technique and everything with that, and it's some good stuff. She's got a really nice, better than nice, it's an awesome wolf piece. I think it's a digital piece. It's a really good piece, and I enjoyed that. That was I watched her make that one, and I think it's she's got a making of, so in her video she's got a little tutorial, I believe, of how she did the white wolf piece. And yeah, another thing I appreciate about her is that she does a lot of her videos are have her music on them. So as being a musician myself, I appreciate that. I do all the music for all my videos as well. Perform it, record it, and all that kind of stuff. So all the music you hear on my channel is me. So she's got some similar stuff going on with her channel where she does some of the music for her videos, and it's cool stuff. I appreciate that. That's a nice touch. And yeah, so go check her out. That's WhiteWhiskWing. All right, guys. And then we've got Lauren. Okay, so Lauren has got some really bright, vivid, colorful work, and you know I'm a sucker for color, and I love to see when people use it in a really bold way, and she does. Her work has got a lot going on. It's another one of those artists I could see when you look at her work, you can see so much of the artist in the work, and I love that. I love to see artists that really make it personal and express themselves with their work, and it's really unique, her style. She's got a great channel. She's got a video on her channel that's like an intro and a little bit about her family, that kind of stuff, and it's incredibly well done. It looks and feels, it's also got music, and it feels like it's done professionally, like a professional documentary, and she gets pretty deep into herself, her family, and a little bit about, you know, her art and what inspires her, and that's always cool to see. It's always nice to get to know a little bit behind the art. You know, you see a piece, and then you can also associate a person with the piece, and that's always cool. That's a different level of connection, and I enjoy when I see artists have that on their channels. You know, pieces about themselves, and it gives some insight, you know, into what motivates them, and you can appreciate the work even more. So she seems like a really genuine, nice person, incredibly talented. Her work is fantastic. Like I said, really bold, really colorful, really vivid, and well-composed pieces. They're, you know, not standard compositions. They're really uniquely composed, and that's another thing that I always look for with artists that stand out. You know, when I'm looking around, if I see a piece that's composed and the composition of it is cool, I think it usually stands out to me, and I'll usually gravitate towards artists that are doing that kind of stuff, and that definitely applies to Lauren. So a lot of her work, you can tell, is very personal to her, and so I hope you guys go check that out, and check out that video that she's got on there talking about herself as an artist. I really think that's cool. I think you guys will connect with her. So go check out Lauren, okay? And then last, but certainly not least, this week is Lee Billingham. I've been wanting to get Lee up for a while. He's been messaging me, and I'm glad that I can finally get him up here because he deserves it. Another super talented pencil artist. I'm sure that's not exclusively what he does, but that's what I notice in his work is pencil work. He does a lot of black and gray stuff, really realistic stuff, some Game of Thrones work, which is awesome. It's another show I love, and it's cool to see all the different Game of Thrones pieces online. There's quite a few of them, and he's got some really good ones, some nice black and gray work. He's got some great portraiture work, a Mike Tyson piece, a really nice Chester Bennington piece, which is You know, we all know he just passed away, so it's a really well done piece. It's a nice tribute. And another guy that's done a Pennywise piece, which I love seeing all these Pennywise pieces. It's a character that's near and dear to my heart. I even did my own Pennywise piece, so Lee's got a great Pennywise piece. I believe it's colored pencil that he used on that one. Anyway, it's really well done. Good stuff. He's got a really long video on his channel that documents his art, his journey, and it's got some really good advice on how to improve your own work. And I think this is fantastic. It's really fantastic. A lot of you guys are doing in your videos, you're putting up tutorials and how-tos, and it's great because we've got artists at all different levels here in the community. And a lot of these really higher level artists are giving a lot of good information in their videos in terms of technique and that kind of stuff. And there's a lot that you can learn, not just be entertained, but also learn technique-wise, approach-wise, no matter what level you're at. So it's great that some of these artists are doing how-tos and giving their information on what their approach is. It's always great. The more information you have and can assimilate in your brain, the better you'll be. Even if you don't necessarily use it, it's better to have more tools and then be discretionary about what you want to use when it comes to your own work, and as opposed to not having the tools at all. So Lee's got some really good stuff up. Watch that video. He gives some good advice and some good backstory on himself. Lee Billingham. All right. So that's it as far as the artist this week. Again, I'm trying to keep these videos under 20 minutes, and looks like I'm right about on schedule. If I missed you, I'm doing my absolute best. The amount of messages and requests are overwhelming, and I'm trying to get to all of them. But also please remember that I am a working artist, and I do have commissions and obligations that I need to fulfill. But I'm doing my best. If I've told you I'm going to get you in a video, I will get you in a video. It just might be next week or the week after, but you will be up, I promise, okay? Remember to go support all these artists. If they have a website, check it out. If they have a channel, check it out. If they have merchandise that you like, purchase some merchandise, purchase a print, talk about commissions with them. It really helps a lot to support them in that way, okay? Same thing with my stuff. If you want to look in my website, my eBay store, if you want a commission from me, it's an open-ended offer that I'll give anybody that's subscribed to the channel. Since you're a part of the family, I'll give you a discount on a commission no matter what size you want. Coming up, we're going to Seattle on May 4th. So it's going to be Seattle Crypticon. If anybody's in town or in the area and you want to show up and come by the booth, I'd love to meet you. There's a lot of cool stuff coming up on the channel. I've almost got that splatter technique video finished. Some other portraiture work. I've got a large scale commission that I put about 200 hours into that I'm making into a time lapse as well, and that's going to be something that'll be up soon. All right, so I think that's about all I have this week. Again, everybody, thank you so much for your support. Thank you for supporting all the other artists, and we'll see you soon.